Hello. Hi, everyone. Oh, thanks for coming. This is wonderful. I see Diane G. and M.E. Simmons. Welcome, welcome. This is great. Yeah. And you are invited to post a personal question tonight, and I'll answer as many as I can in the time that we have together. I hear a little bit of a delay in the audio. Do you hear that, or? Emmy Simmons asks a wonderful question. She's asking what modalities I'm using tonight. I have both my pendulum and my tarot cards with us here tonight. Great. And I also I've been doing a lot of mediumship lately, so that may come into it as well. And I just want to share with you my theory about the tarot cards. I have programmed mine to work with my guides, with my spiritual guides. And the reason for that is that it was troubling me. It's like, okay, well, who is responding? Who is communicating through these cards? And I just wanted to be confident, because I work with my guides very frequently. I know them really well, and that's who I want to speak to us through the cards. So let's begin with Diane G's question. What spiritual gifts would my guides want me to develop more for my highest good? Oh, that's a lovely question. Yes, okay. Let's see what the cards have to say. And we'll see them together. Okay, so the King of Swords. This is an intellectual card. This is about discerning the truth. And it's also, it's about making decisions with clarity and with not too quickly, but making a decision and moving on. And so I would say that this has to do with clairvoyance, being able to see. And I would also suggest that working with the heart chakra would be really, really good. So in addition to the third eye, working with the heart. Because this card can sometimes be about being clinical and working with facts only and not taking into account the emotions. So that is the first gift that I think would be really important for you to develop. And the second card I'm getting for you, Diane G, is the Page of Pentacles. And I absolutely love this card. This is a youthful, inquisitive person who wants to learn and is capable of learning. And because this young person is holding a pentacle, which has to do with the earth element, what I'm seeing you doing is I'm seeing you using your gifts to connect with not only nature, but the elementals. So, and that is an area that I've been exploring for a while, and I'm not able to offer you any guidance in how you should pursue that, but your own internal guidance would be very helpful in deciding how to work with the elements and the elementals. I also see you working with with a group of people exploring this aspect of your spiritual gifts. Now, I happen to know that you are quite gifted. So if you take classes, if you join practice groups, or if you invite people to practice with you, I think that would be really fruitful. And the final card for you, Diane, is the Queen of Wands. So she has tremendous spirit and strength, and she's also has this little kitten down here, right? Which is an indicator of her ability to access hidden realms and intuitive information. And it is also a bit of a familiar, right? So working with animals, considering working with dreams would be really good. And all of your spiritual gifts are going to give you sort of a palette of colors that you can paint the artwork of your life. So, and I see also in these three cards a lot of freedom. You have a lot of directions you can go, and my sense is that you don't have to pick and stick, right? You can try different things, and you can explore and circle back to things that you really loved. And you can also immediately, if something isn't for you, don't stick around. Don't worry about it. Just move on and do something that is catching your attention next. Yeah. So, very powerful cards. King of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Let's see. This works better with my hand. There we go. So, really beautiful cards, and thank you for that question. I think I learned something in that. Yeah. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Emmy Simmons. My birthday is tomorrow, so it's a new year for me. How can I fulfill myself and my mission on Earth at this time? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cards are jumping around in my hands. They're eager to answer this question. Well, thanks for spending your birthday eve with us. I love this. Okay, let me pull 3 cards for Emmy Simmons. How can she fulfill herself and her mission on Earth at this time? Okay, so this card is, let me make sure, it's the 5 of Wands. This card has a really joyous energy to me. I know that a lot of people read it as fighting and immaturity, but I think at this time, this card to me represents the youthful energy of protest, right? And protest takes many forms. It can be talking one-on-one to people. It can be writing and publishing your thoughts on certain things, especially if you have the kind of intellect that you have. All these wands to me represent a collection of ideas and opinions that will open people's eyes. So one thing I really love about the energy of this card is that there's a bit of performance. And if you decide, obviously you can do whatever you decide, you could do some performative artistic events or campaigns, or I don't know. I'm getting pictures of like flash dances, flash mobs, right? Organizing really unusual things that they might be a one-off event, but they have ripples that spread forever. So now the challenge with this card is that people expend a lot of energy trying to convince other people, right? However, if your audience is youthful, presenting a choice, like a buffet of ideas or a collection of ideas, can be really wonderful for both of you, because the act of choosing from amongst the ideas that you're presenting can be really healthy and inspiring for your audience. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Oh, okay, we're getting a lot of King of Swords energy. Again, being very discerning, being decisive, having confidence in your decisions. There's a lot of wisdom and experience that you have at your fingertips, and you can choose with tremendous precision. I'm getting the precision of this sword, right? Like dividing from this moment, the past from the future. And so when you make a decision and when you take action, you're actually changing everything. Very powerful. Very powerful ability to take action. And don't feel like you have to do something grand. You can do something that is hyper local and benefits one person or one population. And the lesson that you learn doing that, it does fulfill your soul. Yeah. And then the final card. Oh wow. Okay. So the Three of Cups, celebration with your community of like-minded people. They happen to all be women in this card, but maybe that's not true in your life. So the balance between the activism, I'm not sure if that's the right word for what you do, or if your artistry, your activism, your contribution of ideas to the collective is really important. But look what the end result is, that you have close friends who cherish you and the work that you do and celebrate with you. So definitely make time for this aspect of your work. Especially if, if we're over a certain age. I don't know how old you are, but I know I am definitely getting the feeling of wisdom around you. And also of not being trapped in the game, right? Like, you can see the patterns that other people fall into. But finding like-minded people that are as strong as you and as wise and smart as you, I think is really crucial. Because how can you keep doing this and this if you don't have this? This is, you deserve these friends, you deserve this loving support, and making it a priority may not feel like fulfilling a soul mission, but it's a critical part of this. And I think this is going to be a really wonderful year for you. I love these cards. That's fantastic. Congratulations and happy birthday. Hello, Viviani. Hello, thank you for coming. It's so wonderful to see everyone here. I'm not sure best how to apply my talents. I think that's because what you're doing is new, Emmy Simmons. I think you are breaking ground, and there's not a lot of models for the collection of abilities that you have. Yeah, I'm excited. Whatever you decide to do is going to be really interesting, and people are going to be that it will like open a new dimension in their minds when they see it. So, but I think the reason that the King of Swords showed up is to encourage you to make a decision, like make a decision and take action. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Okay, Sue Toffee writes, my landlord threatened to evict the cats, and any day we will be able to, hold on, let me get my glasses. And yesterday, will we be able to stay for another 2 years? I live in a small house in back. I will avoid him from now on. Oh, he doesn't like the cats. Oh. Yeah. My initial impression of him is that he was reluctant to address this. So if you have an opportunity to improve whatever it is he's unhappy about, like, is he a bird watcher and the cats are outdoor cats? That's a problem, right? Or if he's worried about the carpet, maybe you can address some individual concerns. That's the first impression I got from him. Let me see what the cards say. Yeah. Moving is difficult. It's so stressful, and stressful on you, it's stressful on the cats. But also staying somewhere where you don't feel wanted is stressful. So, will you be able to stay for another 2 years? Will Sue and the cats be able to stay for another 2 years? What I just heard in my ear was, "Are you sure you want to?" Right? So I think you'll have some say in it. Is this the Six of Cups? Yeah. Happiness, comfort, ease, the past. But this feels like it's moving away from me. So I think being comfortable there is kind of, you're moving beyond this. So you're moving beyond being comfortable. Okay. So this card is bad behavior, and it's also difficult decisions, bullying, threatening energy. So the question that I heard, but are you sure you want to stay? I think applies to this card. Is this situation going to get worse? Does he have an ulterior motive? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that card showing up for you. But let's see what happens. Okay. So the Two of Pentacles is you keeping, staying light on your feet, managing your resources, making good decisions, holding on to your money. That card is also a card of change, in my opinion. So, but it's also small changes that you choose. So I think it's possible that you can stay. You'll be able to stay, but unless something changes on his end, I'm not sure you'll want to. That's what I'm getting. Now, things can change. You could change some things. He could change some things, and the energy will be different. Okay. Hi, SM. Glad you're here. Thank you, Sue Toffee, for the question. I hope, I know things will work out for you. It's just whether it's what you had originally envisioned. Okay. Okay, and Diane is responding to her reading. I would love that. I'm assuming you're talking about the elementals. I connect more with the galactics and angelics, but not much with the elementals. Yeah. Why not all three? Viviani, hello. I would love to have a flower message. Oh, thank you for asking. Oh my gosh. I feel so many plants coming forward, so many flowers crowding in. They love to be acknowledged because they just are here to support us and to give us so many gifts. Okay. Oh, your energy is divine. I love. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So, one of the few cards with no plants in it, but the message is really clear that there's smooth sailing coming your way, right? But it'll take a little effort and being intentional, right? Like you have to steer. And this feels like your native state. You are always looking to move into brighter, happier, calmer environments. And you spend your energy and your focus are in alignment with that goal. So and the Emperor card, what I'm getting from this is, you know how we call it the plant kingdom? I think of it as a queendom, actually, because of the earth. And yet, there's this really beautiful divine male energy. Like, I'm thinking of a lot of trees that have this energy, like oak, elder, hawthorn. Oh my gosh, hawthorn. Hawthorn is an amazing tree for you. I would definitely look into hawthorn. And then the beautiful sun. So this is a sunflower, right? And in fact, there are sunflowers in this this card. I haven't meditated with sunflower lately, but the things that energy that's coming forward is sturdiness and practicality. And this was my grandmother's favorite flower, and she's here right now and holding out a big bouquet of sunflowers for you. And there's something about the texture of the center of the sunflowers. It's where the seeds are, right? And it's the texture of it is a little rough and dry. And I think the message that's coming through for sunflower for you is about the cycles and the resilience and creating seeding. Of course, the work that you do is seeding the ground, and these sturdy, enormous sunflowers, which children love. I don't know if you have children or if you work with children in your practice, but there's something so happy about the energy of sunflower, and especially for you, because you can see layers and levels of symbols and of people. And so everybody loves the pretty, sweet little flowers, but a sunflower is more challenging and more spiky, right? But there's this amazing community of flowers, right? When you think of sunflowers, we rarely think of them as single flowers. We think of them in entire fields. And of course, there's a lot of sunflower energy in the world right now because of what's happening in Ukraine. Okay? And the fact that sunflower fields and geopolitical energy is coming in for you, I think the message is that you can move into new areas of influence. You can move into new areas of influence with confidence because you have the experience behind you, you have the information behind you, you have the talent with your clairs. Yeah. This is, I think being ready to step into the spotlight, like this could also be a huge spotlight. I think you are ready for a bigger stage. So, and that feels complete. This is a complicated reading, right? Moving on, staying focused, always moving on to a better place. Emperor energy, right? So this is wisdom, power, control, and the trees, especially hawthorn in particular, which if you start looking at hawthorn, I guarantee you will just be amazed at how much is involved in that tree. And then here you are, the happiest, most positive outcomes, stepping into the spotlight, possibly working with new audiences in community, like huge fields. Yeah. Big stuff. Big stuff. I'm excited to hear what you do with these energies. Wow. I want to see some reactions down here. Let's see. I'm scrolling down here. Oh, okay. I'll let people catch up here. Here's a reaction from Emmy Simmons. Interesting about protest. The forests have been protecting for a lot of my life is back on the chopping block, so I've been considering jumping back in. Yeah. Okay. And let's see, questions. Diane G wrote, thank you so much. You're spot on. We had a practice session earlier for Akashic Records. Yes, very, very helpful. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling down for another question. Gina M. Hello. May I have a message about career and love for September? Oh, nice. Well, I'm not going to go off camera to pick up that Two of Pentacles, so we'll just have to, the cards will have to find other ways to convey the message of that. So. Okay, so Gina, let's start with career. I did a lot of shuffling, and I don't have any reversals in this deck, but the card's still managing to bring through some, forewarned is forearmed, right? I see that in September you're going to be defending your positions, and that helps us grow, right? First of all, you have an opportunity to think very deeply about what your proposals are or what your thoughts are, your reactions, and you can strengthen your cognition, right? The way you think about your work, the thought process that you use at work. But you might also be concerned about being the scapegoat for something. So my feeling for this card is that you need to dot your I's, cross your T's, keep the receipts, print things out, keep them aside in a folder if you need to substantiate things after the fact. I think it would be a good idea just to be really careful with details. So I love this card, the Page of Cups, where he's looking at a fish, and presumably they're having a conversation, and people think about this as an unexpected message. And that may be. There might be twists and turns this month because we know we're in eclipse season and there's a lot going on. So I don't feel like you're alone in getting surprising news. But because you're already being careful, right, and documenting things and keeping notes and being really clear about the actions you're taking, you're going to be prepared for this. And when that fish shows up, you'll be able to have a really interesting conversation. So see this as opportunities to expand your thoughts about your work, and maybe even consider positions or possibilities that you had never considered before. Something new. Now, this card I do not like for you. This is the Emperor. I don't have reversals in this deck, so, and he's already shown up once, but for you it's upside down. So this is tyrannical energy. So I don't know if you have a bully at work, and if that's why you're feeling like you're the scapegoat, or people are having to defend yourself. I'm going to draw one more card. So what should you do about this, right? Okay. All right. So the Six of Pentacles, this is... for you, I think this is somebody else being charitable for you. So if you are experiencing a tyrannical boss or a coworker who is not being fair, then there's somebody else who can see the situation and decide who should be protected, who should be rewarded. So I don't want you to despair or get discouraged by this kind of energy, because this is how we grow. This is how we calibrate our own values. Am I going to put up with this, or am I not? Right? So you have an opportunity to really stretch, and maybe you'll end up going somewhere else or doing something different. I hope that resonates. I hope that makes sense. So let me make sure this Emperor is right side up again. And now we're going to look at love in September. Yeah, and remember, September is 30 days, right? So if these energies are afoot, it's short term, and it's going to be a rough month for everybody energetically. So you will be in good company if you're facing some challenges at work. Okay. All right. All right, so let's look at cards for love. Oh, nice. Okay. So while you're very busy having a bumpy ride at work, you are also in the position to manifest an amazing month for your love life. Whether it's drawing in someone new, whether it's re-energizing an existing relationship, even if you're happily single and needing to cherish yourself in new ways, I think you're going to have a really good month for this. Really interesting contrast, right? Oh, this card. This is the Passionate Knight. And sometimes when I've seen this knight, he has actually, he's actually been like somebody who is propositioning you, right? Or you have an opportunity for a physical relationship or a change in the physical relationship. Yeah. So but I think you're going to have to decide if he's your type or not, right? I think you're going to get an offer that may or may not be in alignment with your values. So you'll have an opportunity to decide. So Gina, tell me what you think about that, if any of that resonates, or if you think that's going to be active in your life. Yeah, then we scroll down to the bottom, looking for. Oh, I see. Let me jump back to, you're going to laugh if you can read my comments with what you were saying. Activism, art. Amy Simmons, art, activism, art, and art is activism. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And Sue, about the landlord with the cats. He doesn't like it when I make noise. He is okay with the cats. It's me. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, then you have lots of opportunity to change it, right? And sometimes you just have to change things for a short time, and then, then you have more flexibility. And okay. All right. So from T. Lynn, is the large shadow I'm seeing during meditation an angel? One I'd know. Let's find out. I mean, that's one of the most amazing things about meditation, is that we can become aware of influences and energies moving into our lives, our worlds, our energetic space. I would say that your gut instinct would be important, your discernment. Have you tried looking at it through a tool, right? Like when you're in meditation, bring with you a golden looking glass, or what do you call this? A magnifying glass, and ask your guides to show you the truth of this large shadow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very interesting question. Okay. First card. Whoops. Sorry. This is very nice. This is wishes coming true. So that tells me that something you're interested in. And then the Death card, this is about change and transformation and rebirth. Okay, so the shadow, I would not say this is physical death. I would say that this is a transformation from ignorance to knowledge. Yeah. And remember, we got wishes coming true, transformation, beautiful. And then the Queen of Pentacles. So one thing I'm noticing is how she's looking at this, and this is kind of a circle, which could be that magnifying glass that I'm talking about, right? So you can bring in tools to your meditation to help you. And I mean, it's your imagination, right? You're imagining that you're bringing in this tool to look at the shadow to discern what's going on. And I think for you, it's not, I think the answer is it's more important for you to decide and discern the answer. Like, what is that shadow you're seeing? What does it represent? What is it bringing to your meditations? Because the opportunity exists for you to expand your tools and resources when you're in the meditation state. Okay, if you don't want to look at it directly, you can use a mirror, right? Like, this could be like a hand mirror, and she's not looking at what this is reflecting. She's looking at the mirror. So that's another way to think about it. I'm reluctant to say what it is, because the cards to me are saying that you can do this yourself. You can think of, you can discern whatever the shadow is yourself. And if we think about this as the shadow, right? And here you are with all your tools and experience and skills, and here you are discerning through another golden tool. So I hope that makes sense. I'm excited for you. I'd love to know. I'd be fascinated to know what it is that you're seeing and experiencing. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, Jules, love the flower messages. Me too. Love the flowers. Thank you so much. The way that, T. Lynn has some comments. Sunflowers are great for drawing toxins out of the earth. Great along driveways. Oh, I did know that. That's amazing. Thank you. Lovely message. Thank you so much. I'm excited for you. I like how you read the cards. Thank you. I love watching all kinds of readers to see how people work with them. So that's an interesting comment. I keep smelling jasmine tea all morning, so much so I went to make a cup of hot peppermint tea. I have no jasmine tea, but now, of course, I want some tea with plain jam and cream cupcakes. Gina says, thanks for the advice. We'll pay attention. I really don't want drama at work. No drama. But, you know, like August has been kind of a crazy month. And if you're the stable, steady person, you have like a front row seat to a lot of drama. There seems some rumblings at work, but I will take heed. Yes, and I'm hoping that I will be able to stay out of it. Your advice has given me food for thought. Yeah. Interesting. T. Lynn is describing the shadow. Imagine the shadow of a large tree limb under a streetlight. No wind, nothing else moving, and she's seen it, or they have seen it several times, meditating outside after dark. Yeah. Maybe it's the tree. Thank you doesn't frighten me, but to feel its presence. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe it's literally the tree spirit that's trying to connect with you. If you're outside with the trees. Yeah. And if, as an experienced meditator, I mean, connecting with trees and flowers is like anything else, right? Approach with respect. Ask if they would be willing to communicate, if they'd be willing to connect, and then introduce yourself and ask if they have a message for you. Yeah. So much fun to be had. Maybe a nature angel. I love that idea. Yeah. Now, have I missed any questions? We have about 10 minutes. Let's see. Did I pass by somebody? I'm scrolling. Well, how about if I, thank you. All right. Oh, a collective message for the eclipse. Thank you. That's a wonderful idea. Okay. So this is for anyone watching this or here live. What do we need to know about the eclipses this month? There's two, right? I pay attention to astrologers and astrology, but haven't delved into it myself, but I am definitely affected by it. Okay. So, one of the ways I like to phrase questions like this is, how can we make the most of the energies that are going to be out and about this month because of the eclipses? And I'm thinking about Viviani's card, the moving to smoother waters, because she has always got her eye on the next thing, right? And steering towards something bigger and better. So how do we make the most of this? Oh my gosh. This card, how many times has this card showed up? Discernment, clarity, decisiveness, and taking action and moving forward, right? Like, a lot of us are sensitive to the effect our actions have. And sometimes that can lead you to hold off on making decisions or taking action, because we are very comfortable in the sort of, the soft energy of intuition and not necessarily wanting to commit to a timeline, right? And we know how our actions ripple outward, but we have an opportunity to show up in a more taking advantage of the action-oriented divine masculine energy. Okay. I really needed to hear that. Oh, and look at this. Second chances, having a very clear idea that things could get better, spending time on reflecting. See how I always think about how she's looking down here, and her reflection is distorted, right? Whenever we look in water, and yet she's got all this beautiful galactic energy supporting her, behind her. So the future, if she's looking ahead and the future is unclear, she can move forward with courage and confidence because she's got spirit behind her. And that's true for us. Even if we don't know where we're going to end up, through this eclipse energy, we know we have the support of spirit, and we will, if we show up and try with our most, with our greatest integrity and with our intent to do a really good job at everything we try this month, and in every relationship to show up with authenticity and with love, we are going to be in alignment with spirit. And keep this card in mind as the main energy, but be prepared for a little heartbreak. I think there are going to be things that are disappointing, things that are ending, things that are things that end and feel like a betrayal. But have faith that we really are going where we need to go, and we have the support of spirit. And even if the future is unclear, we need to be decisive. We need to make the best decisions we can and have confidence and courage as we move forward. Thank you, Emmy Simmons, for asking for that. I needed to hear that. Yes. Oh, this is about the eclipses, one solar and one lunar. Yes, from both ends. Wonderful. Yes, 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 eclipse message. Well, that is wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much. Please come back and let me know how things turned out and which parts of the readings resonated for you. I just I really enjoyed doing this and getting into your energy. What a joy. Yeah. Yes, and thank you so much if you're a subscriber. Thanks for getting me over the 200 mark. And oh, thank you. I'm really focused on healing, helping people relax. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about numbers, but I know that there are people out there who would benefit from the Reiki, the sound healing, the intuitive information, and definitely the intention meditations. I know there are people who will benefit from it, and my goal is to just offer it, put it out there. There's lots of people who don't even know that these beautiful energy medicine modalities exist. So thank you for bringing it forward and for supporting me in all the ways that you do. And I will see you next time. Thank you.